So I go home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, take a nap, obviously go to sleep, take a nap, and I wake up. Baby girl sends me a text with homeboy's name in it. So I'm reading it and I'm like, what? 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 Like, I'm like, listen. For the purpose of discrepancy, we are going to call this individual Idol. Now, Idol is a very sensitive person, whereas I am a very sensible person. Idol is a very religious being, whereas I am a more spiritual being who respects religion. I find value in religion. So we just have opposing aspects within ourselves that could create and or facilitate minor conflicts, microaggressions, transgressions. We just have certain aspects about ourselves that are opposing, that have obviously brought us together, yet could very well tear us apart. So basically, we went out to eat one day, and one evening, and so we went out to dinner one evening, and we just started talking about the young men that we were encountering, the young men that we were interested in. And for some reason, this night was a little bit different than others because I decided to share with her a interest that I had in mind. I was interested in a person that she frequent in communication with, she frequent in conversations with, or at least that's how it was perceived unto myself. The way that she would mention this person in conversations, as frequently as she would refer to this person in conversations, I just had this perceived notion that she knew of this person more than I knew of this person. So when I mentioned that I was interested in this individual, I also added that I would like for her to, kind of aid in me shooting my shot. I was not expecting her, nor did I want her to ever help me shoot my shot, as in shoot it for me. I just wanted her to, mention me. Like any good friend, any good person, if you tell someone to help me shoot my shot, you're not saying go to this person and say, hey, so-and-so likes you a lot, and so-and-so has a crush on you, and so-and-so wants to kiss you, and so-and-so, and so-and-so. No, I don't need you to tell that person verbatim what I am expressing to you. I just want you to mention my name enough to where if this person meets me, they know who I am without really knowing who I am. So that's what I meant, and maybe I should have explained this more in context, yet I just thought she would, understand that, or like I thought this was something that did not have to truly be detailed, yet I was mistaken. So after we had this discussion and after I mentioned what I mentioned, I asked her like, hey, do you want to help me or not? And she basically says like, no, he's a slut, he's a hoe, he's a freak, gotta give a girl every day. And I'm like, listen, I didn't say I wanted to be in a relationship with this man. I just said I wanted to pursue my interests with this person, which is, date this person. I made that clear. I just wanted to go on dates. I just wanted to have platonic exchanges with the opposite sex, because at the age that I am currently, and at that moment in time, I just was not having the romantic exchanges that I was hoping to experience at the age of 20. So I just wanted to put myself out there more. I know that I am a very logical, calculated, steadfast person. So I know that at times my patience can be a bit apprehensive and it can be constrictive. So I just wanted to just kind of cut loose a little bit. I wanted to be a little more sensitive and less sensible. I wanted to be a little more out there, not in some crazy way. I just wanted to have more experiences again with the opposite sex. So that's what I was explaining to her. I just wanted to date this person, and I was simply interested in this person because of an initial exchange that we had within high school. We were not closely associated to where I could just DM this person on Instagram or call this person up, but I remember this person from high school, because this person was interested in myself when we were in high school. I'm sorry for mentioning high school so much, but I knew this person in high school, and because of that pre-existing exchange, it furthermore facilitated my interest in this person. I wouldn't necessarily say that I had a crush on this person. Of course, in high school, I definitely had a crush on this person, but at my current age, which was 20 and still is 20, I just was more interested in seeing what could become of it than me actually having a true crush on this person. So that is really why I wanted to pursue this person, because again, I'm very practical. I'm not going to pursue something or invest in something that does not prove to be beneficial, profitable. I'm not going to pursue something without confirmation. So because it was confirmed initially that I knew this person liked me from high school, I pursued this person even more, or I wanted to pursue this person even more. So basically, long story short, after this discussion, the consensus was no. She was not going to help me shoot my shot, and I was fine with that. I told her, okay, you don't have to help me, and I'm not expecting you to help me, and I'm not going to beg you to help me. I just asked the question. The consensus was no. Let's leave. Let's go home, and, not forget this conversation happened, but not dwell on it. So I go home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, take a nap. Obviously go to sleep, take a nap, and I wake up. Baby girl sends me a text with homeboy's name in it. So I'm reading it, and I'm like, what? What the hell? I woke up, and my heart literally dropped to my anus and kept thumping. I'm like, I can't. She told my crush that I wanted to get to know him better. She sent my crush a picture of myself that I did not approve of. And ladies and gentlemen, even, that if you have a crush on someone and you are attempting to send a picture of yourself, you want to make sure that that's a picture you like, and that person is going to like it because you like it. You know what I mean? You don't want to send a picture that you didn't even approve of to a person that you like, not even really knowing that, even my thing is, even if that person didn't like my picture, I liked it enough to send it to you. Yet I was not able to really have any input on that because my friend sent a picture of myself. My friend sent a message verbalizing what she perceived I wanted to say to this person. My friend not only sent a picture of myself, but she sent a picture of myself from my Instagram with my Instagram name on it to this person through Instagram. What? And then when I read the text that she sent him, she didn't even have any pre-existing conversations to this person. And as I mentioned initially, I thought she knew this person better than I knew this person. Furthermore, being the reason why I revealed to her that I had a crush on this person. There was not one conversation before our conversation. And that was just telling, to say the least. So basically I asked her, I'm like, why did you do that when last night we said no? When last night I said no? When last night you said no? Why did you tell him that I had a crush on him, basically? Because now I sound desperate. Now I sound childish. Now I sound like I have to have my friend go around and tell boys that I like them. So why'd you do it? And she goes, well, I went to sleep that night, and I believe, I can't quote her verbatim, but I believe she said she either had a dream or God placed it in her spirit. Something like that. Something along the lines of God in her, and how she felt like she needed to, or she wanted to, or she should tell this person that I was interested in him and that I wanted to get to know homeboy better. First of all, I don't know homeboy enough to even want to get to know him better. So where'd you get that from? What really bothered me was the fact that all of this was unannounced to me, and she did all of this as if she was doing it for herself when she was doing it on my behalf, to which I never asked her to do. The initial night I asked her, help me shoot my shot. Would you be willing to help me shoot my shot? I never told her to shoot it for me. I literally asked her to do, endorsement, sponsorship, as any good coach would do with their MVP player. They're going to endorse that player. They're going to sponsor that player. They are not going to necessarily speak on the behalf of that player, Although you have some people that do, but given their role and positioning, they're not going to speak on the behalf of the player. The player is going to speak for themselves. The player is going to get on that court, that field, and show out and show off and show it. The player is going to speak for themselves. The recruiter can only mention, their statistics, their stats. The recruiter is only going to be their hype man. They're going to be the advocate for that MVP player. So all I really wanted her to do was just advocate for me by mentioning my name, by mentioning my qualities, my traits, my best attributes. That's all I really wanted her to do. I didn't want her to go up to him and be like, hey, like, my friend like you because she like you and she want to be with you and she interested in you and blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't ask her to do all that. And she did all of this as if I asked her to do such. She did all this as if she was doing it for herself when she was doing it for me. But I feel like she was doing it for herself because she is that type of person that suffers from narcissistic tendencies to where attention is a mandate of hers. And I think she did it as if she was doing it for herself because she did it for herself. She did it because she wanted to be the one to be the matchmaker, to be the reasoning for a possible healthy relationship. She's one of those friends that want to be like, yeah, they got married because of me. They're dating because of me. Like, no, you don't do that. You don't. Even when she mentioned how she knew of this person, I feel like it served my notion of her self-importance because she made it seem like they were closer than what they were, when in fact they didn't even have a thread of conversation. She made it seem like she knew of this person more than she knew of him in a way that made her seem relevant to conversations of romance and romantic interest. Like, she likes to make it seem like everyone wants to be with her, everyone likes her, everyone this, everyone that. And I'm not going to say that this is not fact, but I'm not going to say that it's not fiction to some degree in the way that she over exaggerates her expressions. So I just felt like all of this was self-serving, and that's what really bothered me. I felt like it was really humiliating to me because it's like I hold relationships to such a sacred level, maybe platonic, maybe friendships, maybe the relationship that I have with my family. I hold relationships so sacredly. So to have her to even reveal that I had a romantic interest in a person took a lot for me to do. And for her to just take that information and do with it what she did, it was just very hurtful and at the same time embarrassing and humiliating. And it was just like, dang, what did I do in my current life or my past life to deserve such a karmic transaction? You know what I mean? Or maybe it just could have been my stupidity alone by divulging into this person, knowing how this person is. This person is a very strong personality to deal with, but at the same time, I'm strong enough to handle it. But you just gotta know who to tell certain things to, and in that moment, I just made a bad judgment. And I think it bothered me even more so too, because as I explained to her the flaws within her mistake or the flaws within her actions, I don't think she truly comprehended what I was expressing because I was so forgiving of the circumstance. Now, as I discuss this today, I still discuss this with a heart of forgiveness. Like, I forgive her for what she did. It just was not right. But, I think she did not truly understand what it felt like to go through what she put me through, because yes, I announced to her an interest, yet it would never transpire in such a way if she would have just been more consenting. You have to seek consent from another person. You have to receive confirmation. And the type of person that I am, I think I did announce this previously, I am very in control of everything that I do. I'm very aware of myself. So to have someone just kind of take that awareness away from you, yet still involve you fully, it kind of just is just like, it's not the best feeling to experience. So I think what really bothered me was like the receptiveness to what really happened, because it's really the equivalency to being like a to be a part of the LGBTQ community and to have a friend know that you're gay, to know that you're queer. And I've been in circumstances like this where I've had friends that are queer, that are gay, that are lesbian, yet they have not publicly announced this. And if I were to ever share that information to another person, that would be deceitful. You know what I mean? Like, to share it to people that don't know of the secret, that would be the worst thing to ever do to a person, to out someone that is not ready to be outed. Even though they told you, that doesn't mean that they're ready to tell their mother, their father, their brother, their sister. So that was kind of like what I felt in that moment, if I were to ever compare a feeling to just what was experienced.